Uh, so Sarthak, can you confirm that how many candidates are joined? So good morning all. So we will start sharp at 10:05 a.m. We will wait for some time. Hello Abhishek, can you confirm? Am I audible or not?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, fine. So we will start right now. So it's 10:05 and after 10:10, any people will not allowed in the meeting. Okay. So just don't let in any other people. So we are going to discuss all the things right now. So first of all, congratulations to all that you have been selected for the college rankers internship program, that is training plus projects. And good morning to all. So we are going to learn today the web development basics, and we are going from the basics to the advanced concepts. Means what we have to do from the basics means we will be just going throughout the basics, and after that I will be showing you the roadmap to follow in the web development, to try the full stack development, and how to get succeed and how to get job as a full stack developer. Okay. So it's not the matter as the internship goes on for the web development. So I will be sharing screen. 1 minute. So I want this session to be not one-sided. So it should be a two-sided. So I want responses of all of you, okay, in this meeting. So if you don't want to talk in the meet, just raise your hands and you can put your messages in the inbox, okay, of this meet. So we are going to start right now. Sarthak, can you please confirm that my screen is visible or not? Okay, so we will be starting. Yeah. So it's the College Ranker India. I will tell you about our company first. So what we do. So we are a growing organization, College Ranker, that we are providing services to engineering aspirants and engineering students. That is, who are taking admissions to engineering. We are consulting them. Also, in the engineering services means. Who are the engineering students in the total Maharashtra and India, we are guiding them to perform well in the college. Okay, so conducting programs like this, that is internships and trainings, live sessions and courses. Okay, so soon our third and fourth model will be releasing. Yeah, so that is the quite one bit introduction about the college ranker. Again, so we will see, we will get in onto the point that what we are doing right now. Okay, so we will be learning the basics of the web development. Okay, so we are getting the basics. Okay, so anyone tell you, anyone wants to become a web developer or a full stack developer or a backend developer or a front end developer. Okay, so all these meanings are right now, that is so this mean is one. Okay, so web developer is nothing but the full stack developer, front end and back end developer. Okay, but to the how the building is constructed. Okay, so if you want to construct the building, then your base will be very 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 pure. Okay, so you have to build the base. Okay, you have to build the strong base. So what are the basics of web development? So what you have to learn as a web developer? Okay, so we are going to start from HTML. So what is HTML? That is hypertext markup language. So HTML is used where in the web development, so to show the component, to show some designs and etc. Like human body has bones and bone marrow, etc. The things that we have like that. In HTML, there is a backbone. This is called as the backbone of our website. Okay, without HTML, we cannot create the website. Okay, there might be many people have seen the website and web applications, and they might quite interested to build their own websites and web applications. Okay, so that will be possible throughout this session. I will be going right now, not only teaching you or mentoring you the basic concept, but I will be guiding or I will be creating a live project for you all. Okay, and at the last of the project, what I will be doing is I will be going to explain the 5 assignments that we are going to give you to solve. So in that 5 assignments, you have to complete only one task. Okay, not the five. So I will be explaining five of the task. Okay, no problem at all. So at the last, you will be getting that. Okay, so you have to be here up to the last, and I take a chance that it will be a very great session for you if you are a beginner, if you are an intermediate developer. Okay, so don't miss this opportunity and don't leave the meeting up to the last. So what we are going to start here is HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So HTML is like the backbone of the website. Then again CSS. So if anyone is the we know the humans right now. Okay, so humans, to give the stylishness to the humans, they use different class and etc. So likewise, we use here the CSS. Okay, we use here the CSS to design the HTML page. So HTML means there is no any style in the HTML. It will be like a random structure. Okay, so for giving the style to the website, we use the CSS. Okay, so what is the long form of the CSS? That is cascading style sheets. Okay, so we are using here HTML plus CSS to make a static website. Okay, so what is a static website right now? So static website is when user comes on the website. Okay, and the user which doesn't do not interact with the website. Means there is no any button for sign up, login, or register. Means the user is not doing anything with the website, only he is reading the website, so it is called the static website. So we can build the static website with the help of HTML and CSS to showcase the business models and etc. Okay, as you see in the college rankers internship program that we have built in React.js, so there is that is the reactive, and that will come after these basics. Okay, I will be guiding you throughout that also. So again, we have learned that is what is HTML, what is HTML, and what is CSS. So HTML is like a backbone, and to design the backbone to give a body shape, we will use a CSS to design our website. That you will be learning practically. I will go on practical in quite a bit. Then third is our JavaScript. So what is JavaScript? Okay, so JavaScript is client side scripting language where you will learn to make dynamic websites. Okay, so what you will do here is we are using HTML and CSS to create a static website that user will not interact with it. But how JavaScript works? So throughout the JavaScript, what we can do is we can make the website dynamic. Okay, so if you want to use the one button, we think that we will take one example. If we have one website and we have to create a functionality like if one user comes on the website and click the button. Okay, if this is the button, then if the user clicks the button and we want the background color changed after clicking the button, then this will be the interactive website format, and that can be possible only using the JavaScript. Okay, so JavaScript is nothing but the Java. There might be confusion in between the Java and JavaScript. Okay, so Java is another programming language and JavaScript is another programming language. JavaScript is purely used in the full stack development and the web development. Okay, so to make the website more dynamic, we will be using the JavaScript, and there are much JavaScript frameworks we will be using that we will know later. Okay, so what we have learned here is HTML, CSS, JavaScript are the basics and the backbones of the web development. So if you are going to start with the web development, then you will be you will be finding these topics very easy to learn right now to build your own website and publish them to the internet. Yeah, you can showcase your skill set. Also, if you are afraid of the programming, you can start with HTML, CSS. That will go easier to you, and then after you can convert it to your another programming language. Okay, so just what we are going to do here is right now the full stack development roadmap. So what is the full stack development roadmap? You might seen on the LinkedIn that there might be various full stack developers, that is front end developer and the back end developer. So what is the front end? Okay, so here I will give one example, that is I will open our college rankers website first. Okay, here website, I will open the college rankers website. Okay, so it's here. I'm opening. So what you are seeing here in the website, so it's loading quite a bit. So what is the front end? We will come to the point. That is, what is front end? Front end means what you are saying right now. Okay, so this is the Canva website, canva.com, and you can see here the front end. Okay, if you are seeing anything in front of your eyes, okay, that your eyes can capture the things in your PC or in your laptop, then that thing is called as a front end of the website. Okay, on the website you can see the things. Yeah, so this is our internships programs website, and our main website is collegeanchor.in, that is for the consulting. You can see that also. So we are seeing here the front end means the designs, the cards, and the headlines, the buttons, okay, and the navigation. So what you are seeing here is like all that is made in the front end, okay, made up of the front end. So this is called the front end, okay. And what is the back end then? So if you know, if you are going to register now, that we have linked here the here the Google Forms, but if we have built the backend, then we can register it on our website. Okay, so the database will be stored in the backend. So what I mean is backend is, front end is what you are seeing in the website, and backend is if we want some. Okay, let me give one example right now. So if we want, if I think that if you have to sign in the page, okay, so just I will open our college ranker website right now. So I will show here how the backend works and all the things. Yeah, 1 minute. Hello, am I audible, Satak? Yeah, sorry for the inconvenience. Okay, so we are here. Yeah, so you can see here our main website, that is collegeanchor.in, and what we will be seeing here is what is the back end. So front end we can see here what is the front end. Okay, so front end is likewise what we are seeing here, but back end is if we want to log in. Okay, if we want to log in, then what we are going to do here is we are putting the request in the back end. Okay, so that's might by net problem, it's not loading fast. So if you want to log in or sign up or register, okay, so what you are doing is you are submitting some of the data. Okay, so you are submitting some of the data to the backend. So it's I think logged in. Yeah, so you are signing in means you are submitting your username, you are sign up means you are submitting your username, name, email and password. Okay, so that data is going to the backend. Okay, backend means something that you cannot see, but it's working behind the website, it's working behind the web applications. So you need to know the logic what is backend, because it can be imagined or it can be seen through the admin panel only. So you will not be likely to see in the front end what is back end and etc. Okay, so that's why that is the back end, that you have to register something, that you are putting some credentials of yourself, then we are getting that credentials at back end, means what we have built our back end and we are connected to the front end. Okay, so that's called the back end and front end. So what we are seeing here is right now the what are the front end technologies and what are the back end technologies that we will see. That is front end. In front end, you can learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. That are the backbones I already told. And again, fourth is the React.js, Vue.js, and AngularJS. So what is React.js? Okay, so if you see our internships website, so it is built in React.js. Okay, so what is React.js? So React.js is nothing but the library of JavaScript. If you are learning the JavaScript language, then you will be seeing the React.js library will be used to build the efficient components or efficient web applications or scalable web applications. Mean in React.js, what we use here is we can use the website components repetitively. Okay, we can use one code repetitively in React.js. So React.js means it is a reactive, means what we can user comes on the website and it reacts to the website, means it works with the website, means there will be contribution of the user in the website. Okay, so that's called reaction, and that is called the React.js. And React.js is the library of the JavaScript, means the extended version of the JavaScript, where you can use the JavaScript and HTML in one form, means in the one file you can use HTML in the JavaScript file. Okay, so that is called React.js and JSX, that I am not going to explain a little far, because if you don't know the basics, then it will go very hard to you. Yeah, so that's why I will be starting the backend right now. And what is the backend? So I have told you what is the backend and what are the backend frameworks then. Okay, so if you want to work in backend then or front end, or you want to build a full stack web application. Okay, so if you are familiar with the JavaScript, then you can learn the Node.js, because if you are eager to learn the JavaScript, then you can learn React.js and Node.js also, because JavaScript cover this all React.js and Node.js. Means you know the if you know the basics of the JavaScript, then you can learn the Node.js and React.js. You can use the Node.js to build your backend. So what is the backend? What you can build in the backend. You can build the sign in, sign up functionalities. You can store the databases. What are the databases? Where you store the data of yours. That is MySQL, SQL, MongoDB are the databases. Okay, so you are storing some kind of things to the database backend. So backend, so there is called the database which is linked to the backend, that is Node.js. So Node.js is likely to be the framework of the JavaScript again. Okay, again second backend framework is Django. So if you know the Python, okay, so Django is based on the Python. Okay, if you learn the basics of the Python, then you can go with the Django, and our website's backend is also in Django. Okay, so you can learn the Django as a backend. Then again PHP. So PHP is another language for the backend. You might be used, but in recently the most popular backends are Node.js and Django. So I will be preferring to you that to learn these two first, prioritize these first two, and third one is at the last. Okay, so we are now. I think that you are going to jumble. Okay, so let's get to the main point. Okay, so you have seen that is what is the full stack development, what is the back end development, what is the front end development, what is the web development, what are the basics required. So these questions might be jumbled, but why we should learn these things? Yeah, why should we learn these things? Yeah, so there will be definitely a big reason behind learning these things, and that will 100% pay you off. Okay, so that will see here you. So what are the career opportunities? One of the biggest reason for learning these all full stack development strategies is the career opportunities. Okay, if you are going in the IT market right now, then there will be massive job recruiters that they will give 3 to 4 lakh packages on the base of your base programming languages, but there will be no any your contribution. They will put you on the support projects. Okay, there you will not be developing the things. Okay, you will be doing the clerk work, right, typing the text in the Excel file and etc. Okay, so if you want to money, then we can see here the full stack developer salary in India ranges from 2.4 lakhs to 18.6 lakhs, with an average annual salary of 6.6 lakhs. Okay, salary estimates are based on 8.3k salaries received from the full stack developers throughout the India. So you how why we can learn, why we should learn the full stack development or the front end and the back end. Okay, because you can get the much better job, that is 6.6 lakhs per annum with these technologies after you learn the technologies. Okay, so that's why I was explaining you what is the main source of the web development. Why should we learn the web development, full stack development? And this is the long procedure. Okay, if you going to learn, if you want to learn this all things in the 15 days, 10 days, it will not happen. Okay, you have to give some time. You have to give 3 to 6 months time. Okay, or if you want, if you are eager to learn the full stack development and you are not getting the means you are not getting the road to that particular, then we will be helping to you after this internship program. We will be sending you one form if you are interested in our training program, where we will be teaching you the full stack development, front end as well as the back end. Okay, so we will be seeing that later. So again we go forward, that is let's where to go, that is travel back to the basics. Okay, so you have seen you might all of you might imagine that what is the back end, front end, what the guy is saying right now. But we are going to the basics right now, and we are going to do a practical where you will get all the things. Okay, so I will be explaining one of the tool GitHub at the last of the session. Okay, so I will be closing this tag. 1 minute. Okay, Sarthak, am I audible? You please confirm that if I lost the connection, then that there might be the problem. Yeah. Okay. So how many of you have VS Code installed in your PC? Just raise your hands, or you can put the messages in the inbox. Yeah. Yeah, please keep do that fast, so we can go forward. Yeah. How many you have the VS Code installed in your PC? You can raise your hands right now. Yeah. On the three dots, click on the three dots, and you can raise your hands. Yeah. Sarthak, please enable the option that is raising the hand. Hello. Okay. So people are responding here in the chat box. Please raise here. Uh, so I will be explaining you how to install the VS Code, because you have to, if you want to start coding, if you want to start the web development, then you need the basic IDE, so to code the website, or to build the website. Okay, so there are many IDEs to build the websites or to code, but we generally use the VS Code. You can use the PyCharm, VS Code, and many of the code editors are there on the internet you can use. So I will be shortly explaining how to install the VS Code if you are using currently the online editor. So please don't use that, and it doesn't make any sense if you are an IT engineer and you are doing code on the online platform. Yeah. So you have to install the VS Code. So I'm going to install the VS Code here. So what you can type here is Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code. If you haven't installed this, please screenshot this screen, and after the session you can install. Okay, so you will be seeing here the code Visual Studio Code, and the extension logo will be like this. Visual Studio is another one software that just don't download that. This is the original one, that is code.visualstudio.com. Go on that, and it's showing here that downloads for Windows. You can just select here whichever your operating system is, that is Mac OS, Windows, or Linux, and you can download it from here. Okay, so after downloading you will be getting this interfaces. You have to click on the next and install the VS Code, okay, extension. So without wasting the time, we will go forward again. Okay, so here is my VS Code. I will be opening my VS Code in the new window. Okay, so we have in front of the screen, that is the VS Code. Okay, so what we are going to here open is, we are going to create one folder in our desktop. Okay, I have created the folder that is web dev. Okay, so this is the basics of the IDE, that is you have to create one folder. Okay, so again what we are going to do here is web dev. Then just we can add the file, means we are going to build first one, we are going to create our HTML file, that is our backbone of the website. Okay, so what we are going to do here is, we are going to create the file, that is, I will name the file that is index. Okay, because index is the main file visually we use, means we name the file that is index. So index.html I will be creating. And what is the HTML? So if you have to create the HTML file, then you have to put the extension that is .html. Okay, and if you are creating the JS file, that is you have to put the extension that is .js. If you are creating anything, means you are creating the CSS file, then you have to create index.css. Okay, so that's why all these things works. Okay, so we are here in front of us, that is the index.html file, where we will be rendering our backbone of the website. So how to do that? So first of all, what we are going to do here is, we are going to install some extensions in that. There in that extension you can do see here is my installed extension. So you have to first install is live server. Okay, live server. Without live server, you cannot run your uh, web project or website. Okay, you have to install your live server from here in the extension. So what are some extensions I will suggest you again is, you can see here, that is 1 minute. You have to go to the prettier again and you have to install this code extension. You can take a screenshot for this, because what it does is, if you are if you, it allows to type minimum code, means if you are just typing exclamatory mark, then it boilerplate will be created for the HTML. I will show you. Yeah, that one. So these two are mandatory. These two are mandatory to install. Okay. So again, we are going to create here the index.html file, and we are opening our first project as a web developer. So I will be clicking here the shift and exclamatory mark, and I will be entering. Okay. So let's the imagine. Yeah, let's the magic happen. After we click the shift plus exclamatory, then we got this boilerplate. So what is called is, it is the boilerplate. Okay. So it is the bone structure, like our human bone structure. It is the bone structure for our website. Okay. So it is the bone structure for our website. Like, I will be explaining all these things. What is doc type HTML, HTML language, what is head, body, and tail. Okay. Like human, we have the head, we have the hands, we have the legs, right? So that's the same in works in the website also. So we have the head, okay, we have the body, and we have the footer, we have all these things. So what is the HTML? We are putting all this data in the HTML tags. Or what are the tags? Okay. So if you have to render any element, we use the tags in the HTML. This is the HTML tags, and tags are represented like these quotes. Okay. So I will be explaining in a quite bit. So what we are going to explain here, that is document doc type HTML. What we are going to see here is, so doc type HTML means we are assigning to the server that our document type is HTML. Your document type is JS. Your document type is, means we are if our document type is PDF, etc. We say in our daily life. Okay, so that's the same. We are here conveying to the server that we have the document type HTML. And what is the HTML tag? Then language is our English. Okay, so our language is English. We are using in our HTML tag. HTML is our backbone. So we are going to do all these things in our backbone. So first of all, we replied to the server that our document type is HTML, and HTML language is our English language. Okay, so in this HTML tag, if you open the HTML tag, you have to close this tag, because there will be some condition that in that condition your tags will be, your body will be finished. Yeah. So we have started with the HTML and we have end up with the HTML. We are starting with this quotes 1 and 2, that is forth and back arrows, and the ending tag like this. We use slash here in front of HTML. Okay, to close this tag, and it's mandatory to close this tag. Either you will not be seeing the results in the website. Okay, so this is the HTML tag. Again, this is the head tag. So what is the head tag means? So anytime you will be developing the website, you no need to do anything with this. Okay, you will get this boilerplate directly by typing shift plus exclamatory. Then yeah, so you will get this boilerplate, but I will be explaining what is this. So okay, so we are going to just meta is the tag in the HTML. Okay, so if you have to search for this, what is exactly it is, then you can search for the meta tags in HTML directly. So I will be conveying you that shortly. So what is the meta tag? Char set is UTF-8. Character set, there is one character set in the HTML that you can search, that is HTTP equivalent, XUA compatible, and IE Edge. Content is like we are running is IE Edge. Okay. So meta name, viewport, and content width, device, and initial scale. So what we are trying to explain here to the server here, server. by typing by showing this is our device width and our initial scale. What is our initial scale of our web page? Okay, and what is the name? So we are telling to the server these all things. Okay, so you, if you don't remember, then no problem at all. Yeah. So basic things we will start again. So that was our body is HTML, then head tag. We are giving some properties, that is this man is like this, and his properties, his positiveness, his negativeness, what are these features of the man that we are showing likewise here in the HTML. Yeah. So we are giving title. Everyone have their names. Like in this website format, we have the name for the website. You see the domain. Okay, so we are going to give the name. Okay, so I will be building a portfolio website today. I will be giving you the short concepts from that. So sorry, I will be putting here. I will be putting here web development. Okay, so you can see here the title web development. Yeah, and after that we will, what we will see here is we will go live then, and I will explain again one thing, that is body. Okay, so we have learned the head tag, we have learned the HTML, and what is the body? Okay, the main body is means what we are rendering the things in. We will be rendering the things, that the things we will render in the body. Okay, so what we have to show on the website, that we have to put in the body. Yeah, that's the main reason behind the body. Yeah, so you, when you are creating any HTML code, then there will be a body tag mandatory and the HTML tag mandatory. It's not mandatory to uh, give this kind of stuff. Yeah, you have to just use HTML and body tag in the code. Okay, but what is this code is, this is a soft boilerplate, so you should use in all types of codes. Yeah, so in the body, what we will be using here is, we are going to see some tags. Okay, so first of all, I will be introducing you the first tag, that is div. Okay, so it is the div tag. So the magic happens when I just type the div. Okay, what I have typed is the div. Yeah, and the magic happens, we got already div tag. Okay, we don't have to type all these marks. So how it happens? It happens with the prettier extension that we have installed here from here. So you need to install the prettier extension and some web dev extensions to see these results. Okay, so div tag means, we are, if we are going to show the components on our website, that is in the website, our, there will be our navigation, there will be our uh, there will be our in the portfolio, there will be our headline, there will be our profile pic, there will be our introduction, there will be our skill set. Okay, so for showing that, we are going to put that content in separate divisions. Okay, if we put all these things in the main body, then it will not work. Yeah, so what we are going to here is, see here is, I will type here in the div, that is hello world. Hello world. Okay, so I have typed here the hello world, and we are going to see the results first, but I will be showing some tags before going live. Okay, so dev means, you are not going to see the results right now. I will be what you have to do here is, right click on this and open with the live server. Yeah, so you can see here our title is given, that is web development, and our body is rendered the element, that is hello world. Okay, here in the left side of the corner, if it's not visible, then you can see here, I will zoom out this. Yeah, so you can see here, what is this, that is hello world in the left side of the corner. Yeah, so we have just created our own website, and we are live on our website right now. Okay, so I'm going to explain some tags in HTML right now. Yeah, so what is the div tag we use here, the hello world. And again, we are going to see some tags. Okay, so body, head, div, this all called as a tag, and I will show something. If you are using the div tag and you are copying that, okay, you're copying that tag and you're saving, you have to save. Control S is the for saving. You're saving that and just go to the website again. You can see here hello world and hello world, it's printed two times in the bit. Yeah, so on the live server we have seen the hello world on the two different lines, but why it shown in why it not shown in the one line? Okay, it can be shown in the hello world, and after that this word will be shown hello world. Okay, but it's not shown in the one line, it's just separated the line. Okay, so why it's happened? So we are using the tags, then we are separating the components. Okay, we are separating the fields of our website, so that we have to use the tags. Okay, then again we will be seeing here the S2 tag, heading tags. Okay, so you have to type is H1 hello world, I am Omkar. Yeah, so this is the H1 tag. So what is the tag work of the H1 tag? I will be opening the live server. Yeah, you can see here it is the form of bold and its size also increased. So to give headings in the website, to give headings, large headings and bold the text, we use the H1, H2, H3, H4, H5 tags. Okay, if you go from H1 to H5, okay, H1 to, I will select here the S3 right now. So you will see the results, that is the size will be decreasing. Okay, the size is decreased for H3. Okay, so you have to use tags, that is H1, H2, H3, H4, H5 upon the decreasing sizes of the heading tags. Okay, if you want the biggest size, then you will be using H1. Okay, and again there will be another tag, that is paragraph. Okay, so if you are introducing yourself, you have to put some text in the website, live website. Okay, you have to need to put one paragraph about yourself. Then what we will you do, that is you will simply type here the P and enter. That is the paragraph tag. So what we will do here is we are seeing here what is the work of the paragraph tag, that is lorem 60. I will type. Okay, so uh, what this speaking thing happen here is I have used lorem. Okay, so just don't get bothered from this. I will explain you. So lorem is the keyword we use here to get the dummy text. Okay, I don't have to type. I don't want to type that much later, so I have used the lorem. So it will give us a dummy text. Okay, it is the dummy text all over here. So if you are using the paragraph, then you can use the P tag. Okay, you can use the P tag, and you can see here this hello word, I'm Omka, lorem ipsum dollar, etc. Yeah, you are using the p tags. So you are now introduced with the div tag, heading tag, and paragraph tag. Okay, so there are some tags, that is we will be seeing, that is footer. Okay, so if you are separating the footer, then it's not mandatory to it's not mandatory to build footer, that is you should use the footer tag. Okay, you can use instead of the div tag also, no problem. But to keep your code clean, means if you are giving code to someone, some recruiter, then he should understand where is the footer, where is the header. Okay, where is the main body, where is the paragraph. Okay, you can use the div tag inside in place of the paragraph tag, no problem. But why you should use this tags? Because it will be understandable to the user or to the person whoever is seeing this code. Okay, so you have to keep the code cleaner. For that we are using this tag. So footer is one of the tag to use the footer. Just footer means, if you are seeing here in the last in the okay, we'll be seeing 1 minute. So footer means at the last component of the website, and header means this is the header. You can see here the header of the canva.com that we'll be shortly building. Okay, so that are some tags in HTML. So anyone have any doubt up to this point? Yeah, just you can raise your hands, or you can type in the chat box if you have any doubt regarding this. Yeah. Okay, so you don't have any doubts, then you have any doubts, then you can ask at the last of the session. Yeah. So what we are going to see here right now is, okay, so we have converted the dev tag, S3 tag, and P tag. Okay. So what we are going to do is, I will be explaining you. Yeah, I think that I have explained you the HTML very well, HTML basics very well. There is much more things to explore in HTML. That is how the table works. That is, for table we will be using the table tag. Okay, for building the tables, tr and th. Okay, so that are these are the tags for creating the table, but that we will not see here because that are very simple and you can learn that from any platform. We will be seeing here the list, how to build list. Okay, right now, so list are the tag if you want to create one list. Okay, so if you are creating one employee list and you have to show on the website, then you will be using the list. There are two types of list, that is order list and unordered list. Okay, so I will be typing here the tag, that is ul, and I will be typing, that is employee. There is okay, 1 minute. Yeah, I will be saving this, and you can see the results, that is employee tag is come over here. So what is the base meaning of this ul right now? We don't have any task of this ul here, because if you are not using the list component, then there will be no use of ul or ol. So I will be creating one list, that is li. So if you want to create one list, then you can use li. Then I will be typing here some demi text, and I will be copying that and save that. So you can see here the unordered list is created. ul means the unordered list. There is no order of the list, and you can see here the bullet points. Okay, if you want to create the bullet points, then you can surely use this. Okay, and if you don't want, if you want order list, okay, means you, if you are creating one list of the employees and you want to give them numbers, just type here the ol, that is order list. Yeah, so this is the order list, and you can see here 1 2 3 4, it's all mentioned here, and you can see the list in front of you. Okay, so we will go at more basics right now. So you have learned, that is what is the div tag, heading tag, paragraph tag, listing in the HTML. So we are moving forward towards our CSS part right now, and we will be building a live project from this point, and I will be explaining the things through the live project, how to give the style. Okay, so apart from that, I will tell you how to use the CSS in your HTML code. So there are three ways to use the CSS through the HTML. Means now you can see here our website is very bad looking. Okay, it's looking very bad, and it doesn't have any it doesn't make any sense that we are building this kind of stuff, and we have to give some design to it. Okay, we have to restructure the things. We have to give some colors. We have to give some padding margin to this, that we will be seeing in short. Yeah, so we will be using the css to design this stuff. So how to use the css? The first is inline css. Okay, so what is the inline css? If you are giving a style to any one of the component, that is div, then you can just type here the style, and you can just border 2 pixel solid red. I will give the style. Okay, so what we are using here is inline. So it is the css, but we are using in this file, in the html file, in the one line, means in that particular component, then it is called the inline css. I will control save the component, and you can see here the border is in front of us. Okay, hello world, and this is the border of that component that I have given here. So this is one type of css, that is inline css extra, and second is the external css, and third is the css. Here we can type directly. Okay, so you can see here is in the file you can write the css. This is the inline CSS, but you can write the CSS in this files also. For that, we should know what is class and ID. Okay. So for that basics, we will be starting the class and IDs. Okay. What is the class and ID? Okay. So let us assume that we have one component that is hello world, that is the heading, and we have to give some color to this heading without using the inline CSS. Okay. So what we will do here, so we will be creating one tag, the style. If you want to give the style in the main file of the HTML, then you can just put the tags like this style in the your head, and you can start writing your CSS. Okay, means you can start writing your CSS design. So what you will be doing here is, you will be just I will what you will do is, you have to create some ID and class. How should you will give this give the style to this component? Yeah. So for that, you know what is ID, because ID reflects the words, that is, if you are specifying something, okay, if you are pointing towards something, okay, and class, what is the class? We can it makes sense that if we can call, if we can call class as a group. Okay, if we have to means there is one teacher in the class, and the properties of the teachers are coming in the students, okay, in the learning process. Okay, so we can call it as a class. Okay, because what is happening here is, teacher is explaining these things to the students. Okay, and the all the properties are coming to the students, so that is called the class. And what is the ID? If any one students getting some points from another students, means yeah, so means what is the ID, means you are pointing towards only one element. You cannot point towards one and more elements. Okay, if you assign the ID to any other element. So I will be explaining you by the practical here. So I will be creating one class. Just how to create class, just type here the class equivalent to the, you can name the class anything. Okay, so I will name the class that is heading. You can name the class heading, hello world, anything your name to. Okay, you can name the class anything. So we have created the class. We have given this element a class. Okay, so we are styling this element, means we have to go here. And how the class is defined here is, we when we are going to style any component with the class, then we type dot and we type the class name. Okay, that is heading. Okay, in front of us, that is, this is the heading tag. What is, we have created the class here, and we are going to style this class, means we are going to style this hello world component. Yeah, so we will be giving the color that is red. Okay, then we can see the results from here, that is, we got the color red. Okay, so that's fine, we have used the class. But the main property of the class is, if you want to use this color in many of the components, then you can use by just assigning this class to every component. So how to do that? I will just type here, that is, one thing I have done is color red, and I want the text in between the center. Okay, it's in the left side of the component. It's left side of the website. Then I want this it on the center. Then what I will be doing here is text align. This is the property of the CSS. Okay, so if you want to learn the properties of the CSS, just you can go to W3 schools and type CSS. You can choose CSS and start practicing the CSS. What are the properties? How to center a thing, how to color a thing, how to change the font weight, how to change the border, how to change the border radius. Okay, so that things you can learn from that. But I am giving here you the basics, that is, you can text align center. I will be giving the property text align center. I want the text to be aligned at the center, and you can see the difference, that is, the text is moved here from here, and this is in front of us. Yeah, on the top side. Just to make sure, I will give some font size, because it's looking very small. So font size is the property to adjust the font size. Okay, so I will be font size giving the 20 pixel. Yeah, so open that. You can see here the font size is increased, and if you are going to give the properties like font style, font weight, and margin padding, so that you will be seeing later. So that is called, we will be giving that in the pixel. Okay, font size is the pixel is the one quantity that we use here to give, to give measurements to the components. Yeah, so what you will be rendering is the is will be in the pixel also. And there are some other quantities that is uh, rem, etc., but that we will not discuss here. So font size I have declared here the 20 pixel. I will increase some bit, that is 60 pixel. Then you can see here the most impact of this website, that is in front of us. This is called 60 pixel font. Okay, so that is called the heading, that is called the class. Okay, so what is the property, main property of the class? So you can use the property, main property. How you can use here is, main property is you can assign this class to many of the components. Means I will be copying this class. Okay, I will be copying this class, and I will be giving this class to the h3 tag, and I will be saving this. So what you can see here is the same properties, same styles will be given to the website. Okay, to the particular component. So that's the main properties of the class, that you can assign one class to the many of the components, and you can set some properties for that. Okay, and you can style that class, and you can use that class on many of the components. You can use here, you can use here, anything you want, you can use that. Okay, so that's the property of the class, so that you can design the website. Yeah, so again we will be seeing the id. So what is the main task of id? So we will be seeing that later, but I will be showing here what is the id. So just I will remove this class right now, and we are going to see here is, we I am going to, if you are declaring the id, then you have to declare here, that is id. And I will be giving the same id, that is heading. Means I will be giving the same name, that is heading. And for declaration of the id, means if you are going to give properties to this id, means properties to this hello world, then you will not be using the dot. Okay, you will using the hashtag. You will be using the hashtag here. Okay, and control save this, because for assigning properties or assigning styles to the class, you will use the dot in front of your class name, but for the id name you will using hashtag. Okay, so hash heading, and we have the same properties. We will see here the difference. Okay, but you can see here what is so if you have any question in the mind, that is likewise, what is the difference between the heading, sorry, what is the difference between the id and the class? Okay, so they are working really same. This is the freaking question, that is they are working same, but what is the difference between this id and class? Why we use id, why we use class? Okay, so main reason behind that is, if I will show you one example, that is I have shown you that we can use the class to the many of the components. Okay, but if I try to use this id to second component, means if I try to give this id to the second component, that is h3, and saving this component, then you can see here it's also learning that it's also showing that I am Omkar. Okay, okay, so what is the difference between the id and the class? So id is the unique. Okay, if you are using the id, means you cannot replace that properties. Means you are giving the unique id, means you cannot use like this id. Means you cannot use this id to many of the components. You can use only to one component. It will show the results, but if you want to give some specific styles to one of the component, that is I have given to the hello world component. So if you have to given, if you want to given some specific style to the any component, then you will be using id, and either you will be using the class. But as you go forward, there will be no use of id that much. If you are going to the full stack development, you are using the react, you will seeing only use of the class there. not the id. But you should know what is the id, and there will be the huge impact of the id in the front end development for using html, css, and javascript if you are using that. Okay, so we will be showing here this id and class like this. Okay, so I think you have cleared the concept that what is id, class, and attributes. That is also okay. I will explain one thing, that is what are the attributes. Some of these some of many of the companies ask that is what is attributes in html and etc in the interview procedures. So what is attributes? We the components we are using in the tags, the components we are using in the tags, that is called attributes. Okay, if I am using the id, then it is the attribute. Okay, so class is the attribute, id is the attribute. What you are using in this tag, this is the attribute. Okay, so that's called the attribute. So we have quite bit learned about the styling, the components, and what is class and what is id and what is inline css. So we are seeing one thing, that is the external css. Okay, so you see this is only one page, but if you want to build a many multiple page website, okay, or if your website is very large, and if you try to code this like this, if you are giving style tag, and if you are putting the styles in this format like this, if you are just giving styles, and it will go up to the last, and 100 lines of code will be there in the main file, and that will uh, jumble the things, yeah, for yourself too, and the person who is seeing your code, that will impact on that also. So I will be removing this style uh, in that file, and I will be using another file to style our web page, that is I will be creating, that is index.css, index.css. Okay, so what we have done here is we have to do the same in the index.css, but only we have created this index.css to keep our code clean. Okay, to keep our code clean, we have used here the index.css as a different file. So what we will be doing here is we are going to give the classes here like heading, and we are using the class here to design that component. But how to connect this component, how to connect this style sheet to the index file? So for that, what we will be doing here is just go behind this title tag. We will be using the link. Okay, link tag. In the head tag you have to link this css. So for that, like this, I will choose a style, that is link tag we will use for uh, linking this css file. Okay, so you can see here this link is rel, means the relation is style sheet, means we are using this style sheet to style our website. And href means this is the reference tag that we are using. What is our url, that is style.css, means we are in the main folder, then we are using the style css. If you use if you create the another folder for this, then we will be using dot slash, that we will see later. Yeah, so we have connected this html file to our css, and we will be going to style this soon. Okay, so I will be clearing all these things, and we are going to build one live project here. Okay, so be aware of that. So what we are doing here is I am going to create one property, that is star. 1 minute, I will explain all these things what is going here. That is padding 0 and margin 0 and border. Okay, let's get it. Okay, so what is a star? Okay, so it is the universal identifier. So what is the universal, like the css, means what we are going we are 1 minute, yeah. So we will be creating one here, is the header tag, that is we have to build our header. Okay, so this is our header tag, and if you are using the class and you are styling this class from here, But what is this star? That is, this is universal selector. Okay, if you are using the star, then you are giving the padding and margin to the zero. So what is the padding and margin? I will explain you shortly. But if you are, what the styling you are giving in these brackets using star, that is called as universal selector, that will be applied throughout the website. Okay, throughout the website. If you want the font size of the, sorry, if you want the font size of the website 20 pixel for all the components, then you can put it here font size, then it will be applied to all the components of the website. So that is the work of the universal selector. And what is the work of that? I will show you 1 minute. So I will giving here the heading h1 tag, that is my portfolio. Okay, so you can see here is the, sorry, I have done some spelling mistake. I will typing here hello. Yeah, so it's my tag here is in front of us. We can see hello Omkar. So we can see here is h1 tag. Okay, and if we given the h1 tag and it's created some margin from the left side. Okay, so remove all that stuff. We use the margin and padding 0. Okay, if we remove this, then we will not see likewise that. Yeah, so padding 0 and margin 0, we will save this, and we will be renaming this style sheet. Okay, because we have named here href, that is style.css, and we have named here that is index.css. So it's not linked here. So we are going to rename this, that is style.css. Enter. Okay, and after that you can see here the results. Okay, it created some space in that, and after we given this style, after we given this file, so it's removed the space. Okay, so main task of that universal selector is like this. Yeah, so what we are going to build here is we are going to build our header component first, and what will be there is first come up, we will come up with our logo and our home and about section. Yeah, so for that what we will do in here is I will be giving one tag, that is h3. Okay, hey, I am Omkar. Okay, so that is our tagline. Yeah, you can see here in the h3 tag, it's shown up here. So for that what we will be doing here is we are going to style this after the list. So I will be creating one list, that is unordered list. Okay, and in the unordered list I will be creating the list tags. Okay, so for that I will, what I will be doing here is I will be creating, that is first is home, and I will be repeating this tag, that is home, about us, then again that is the contact us, and last one is what is home about context projects. I will be giving the projects or login here directly. Yeah, so that is the list we created here. You can see here the text, that is hello, I'm Omkar, and all this list. Sarthak, am I visible to all? You can confirm. Hello, audible and visible to all? Yeah, there is no problem. Yeah, just yeah, so we will be seeing here how to style this. Okay, so we have to develop, or we have to construct, that is header component, sorry, like this. Okay, so like this we have to create header component. So we don't have logo, so that I have used this heading tag. Okay, so what we are going to do here is we are going to style this stuff. So I will be giving here is the class. I will be give the class name as a head, and if you are using the, if you are using the body, okay, the main tag is header, I know, but if you are using the div tag, it will go easier to you. It will go easier to you to construct the things, then put it on the parent folder. Okay. So parent and children folders are what? That is, if you are using the div tag in that folder, sorry, in that component, you are using the S3 and the UL. Means you are separating this S3 and UL in the main parent component. So you have to create the parent component. Yeah. Then I will be giving here the class that is uh, header container, header container. Okay. We have given here the class is the header container, and you can see here there is a no effect because we haven't given any style yet. Okay, so I am just creating the classes, and after that what we will be doing here is I will be not giving any class to header because we can use the header directly here. Okay, so I will be giving here the header, the color. So for giving the background color, what you property use is background color, and I will be giving the red for right now. uh, so you can see here our header is in the red format. Okay, so the stuff is very looking very bad, and if you want, you don't want this stuff like looking like this, and you have to fix these things. So how to fix that? Okay, so first I will be inspecting here. So inspect is the concept where you can manage all the things of the website from here. That is, right click and inspect the things, and click on this inspect and just choose the element whatever you have to style the component. You can style the component from here and copy and paste that properties to the code. Okay, so I have to give the color to the navigation bar. Then I will be choosing this. Okay, so 1 minute, I will be choosing the header tag, sorry, header tag. You can see here the background color red is comes up here. Okay, you can see here the background color is red. So you can just edit it, but it will not reflect in the code. Okay, it will only reflect on this website if you didn't copied and paste it in the code. Okay, I will change the color. I will change this color. So I will be changing the color. 1 minute. Okay, so I want this color, then I will be copying this color. Yeah, and just paste this color here. But because what happens here is if you refresh the page, yeah, it will automatically destroy all the things because you haven't just put it the color in here. But just you can inspect the color from there and you can put it on here. You can adjust the margin and padding. What is the margin and padding, we will see again. Yeah, so you can see here the stuff is very looking bad, and we are going to see how to style that. So for that, why will what we will be using is we will be using the margin, padding properties, and the flex properties. Yeah. So what is the flex properties? So for that, we will be seeing here first the padding, margin, and border. What is the border? So you can see here I have selected this one, or I have selected the header. So this is the header. Okay, this full component is header. In the header component, we have rendered this names, that is the list and the heading. Okay, so you can see here if we click on this 1536 into 95 uh, design, this is called our header. And what is the padding? So it will create one space, that is after the main component it comes padding. Okay, if you want to give space from four sides, okay, if you want to give space from four sides, then container throughout the space, then you will be using padding. What is border? If you have to create one border, okay, if you have to highlight something, that is I have to, if we I want to highlight home tag by border, means there will be box border, and then I will be using the border properties. and what is the margin. Okay, let us consider that if we want to create if we want to move these all elements to the center, or to here, or to here, or to here. Okay, so for that what we will be doing is we will be giving the margin. Okay, margin left, we will give the margin left, and 20 pixel, then it will go here. Okay, so I will show you here what how we can do that. So first of all, I will be styling this component, that is header. In the header we have given that is header container component name, and I will be adding some padding to that. Okay, I have given padding, I will given padding of 10 pixel, and you can see the results, that is our space is created. Okay, it was quite bit it's like quite looking better than before. Okay, so what we are going to do here is I have added some padding. Okay, so we will be seeing here what is the flex properties now. Okay, because without flex properties, because what we have to do means whenever you are building code or we are building website, you have to see for the problems, what problems we are facing, and we have to find the solution. Okay, so what I want here is I want the home tag, about us, contact, login, and the inline. Okay, I don't want this type list, I want the bullets to be removed. Yeah, I want the this heading to be bigger. Okay, and this heading should be in the this form. Yeah, so for that what we will doing here is in this way I will be creating one another div, likewise the parent component, and I will be giving here the class, that is the list. Okay, and I will wrapping up this component, I will wrapping up this list in this component. Okay, so what I will do here is to solve the first problem, I will give the class, that is header container property flex. Okay, display flex. So we will see here the results what happened here. So what is mean by flex? Display. So we if we have to display flex, means if you have to display the column elements in inline, means the element was this element was bottom of this element. Okay, but we have moved this element to the inline. Okay, so for that moving inline, we use the flex property, that is display flex. And after that what we will be using here is the flex direction column and row. So after the flex property, why we use flex property, that is if you want to move the element to the flex direction, that is flex direction column. If I create the flex direction column, then you can see here already so it is as it is, because we have created the flex direction column, but we don't want the column, because already in the default flex what we get is flex direction row. Okay, flex direction row. I will save this, and you can see here the flex direction is there in the row. But if you want the flex direction in the row, you don't need to put like this. Its default flex direction is in the row. Only if you want to put this flex direction in the column, then you can give the property, that is flex direction column. Okay, so that's fine for that. So what I want right now is I want to remove the bullets. For remove the bullets, what we will be doing here is, okay, so what we will be doing here is, that is ul li, and so if you are giving style to this component, that is the main component, then you will use the list. But what if you have to give the style to the main component, that is only for home, or if you want to create style, give the style to the list inside of this list. So for that we have another methodology that we will be using here is inside of list what we have is ul and li. Okay, I will create this class here list, and inside of this you have to give style to the li, then you will type here ul and then li. Okay, so just remember that if you have to create some style for the sub component, then you have to mention the component like this. Okay, then what I will be doing here is list style none. Okay, so you can see here the bullet points are removed here because what we have used here is list style none. So this is the property of the CSS that we have given to the this li component, and we have removed the li, removed the bullet points. Okay, but another problem we have is we have to maintain these components in the again in the flex. Okay, again in the inline, so we will be using again the flex property. So for that, why what we will do here is we will see here, we will copy this list.ul, because what we are doing, we will not use, because we will not use li, because what we want is inside of ul there are 4 lis. Okay, inside of your ul there are 4 li components, and that 4 li components we want in inline, means we want in a separate line, sorry, we want in a one line. Okay, so for that we will use the parent component, that is ul. In the ul we have the 4 lists, then we will be choosing the list, then inside of ul, and we will give the display flex. What we will give here is display flex. Okay, so you can see here home, about us, contact us, and login is here in front of us. Okay, so it's not looking better, but I will look it better for you. So for that, what we will be doing is we need to understand the basics first. For the header, I want to increase the font size, that is the class is head. Then in the class head, we haven't created the class head. I will create here the class head, that is head, and I will give his the font size. Okay, 1 minute. Font size, that is 20 pixel. Okay, and the color we want is red, that is the code for the color is fff. You can use the codes for the colors if you want. You can search color codes on the internet. Yeah, so for using white color, I prefer hashtag FFF, because it gives a clean image. Okay, so you can see here our color is changed, and also for the list, I want the color to be white. Then I will be choosing the color to be white. Okay, and I want the font size to be increased. So I will be giving this the font style, sorry, font size. Okay, 30 pixel, and also for this I will be giving the font size 30 pixel. Okay, here is the font size 30 pixel. I will remove this font size because I want that much small, and we will see the live results. You can see here home, uh, about us, contact us. Okay, but this is not looking very cool. Okay, so what we want here is, if we want to create space around each element, then what we will use here is we use the padding that I have already discussed with you, and I want to give some font size. So sorry, font style. So how you will give font style? Then just search on Google, that is Google Fonts. Okay, from this you can pick any font you want to give, because it's not looking very cool. So I want to give some fonts to the this text. Yeah. So in that we will be choosing one font, any font that is looking great. Okay. So almost before, whereas so we will see here. So I will use the Roboto slab here to how to use that. So just select the font that you want. I will be selecting this extra light 200. Select the style, import. Okay, and you have to import. Okay, if you want to link, then you can link, and if you want to import is used in the React framework, but we will be using the link. Just copy this link and paste it in the header tag, okay, of the indexed HTML. So I will be pasting it here on the indexed page. Okay, so I will be formatting the document that it will look clean. And after that, what we will be using here is we have to copy this font family. If you want to give the font style, you have to copy the font family, and where you want the font family to be included. So I want here is to this component head, that is hey I am Omkar and the list. Okay, so I will be giving the fonts. So where is the head? Okay, head is here, so I will be giving the fonts style also, and here to li2. Okay, save, and I will be formatting the document so it look clean. So you can see here our format is changed. Yeah, text style is changed, and there is some problem with our head tag. So I will see what is happened with that. So in the head tag, what we have used here. Okay, so we did one mistake, that is we have put it on this. So I will cut this and I will put it on the head tag. So you can see all the stuff is now okay, and we want the padding and margin. Okay, so we will be giving the padding to all this stuff. So for the first head tag, I will be giving the padding. Okay, padding 24 pixel. Then you will be seeing the results. Okay, you can see here we have created some space around our component, that is called the padding. Okay, and I will decrease padding by some points, that is 19 pixel. Okay, so now it's look better than the original. Yeah, so same padding we will copy here from us here, and we will give here to the list. Okay, so you can see here home, about us, contact us and login in front of us. So we have built. But if you are hovering this, yeah, if you are going to this, then you are seeing this type of cursor. Yeah, we want that. We want it to be clickable. So for that, is what we will do here is we will be using the cursor pointer property for style. So what is the cursor pointer? I will show here. For head tag, I will be using that cursor pointer. So what it will do is, if you hover this tag, then you can see here the pointer is coming if you hover this tag. So this is called the property, that is pointer cursor, if you want to give it to here. Okay. I will give the same to the li, and I will save the component. Then you can see here all these components are now hoverable, and it's coming the pointer if we hover this component. Yeah. Is there any problem? Yeah. So we can see here the components. Okay, so that was the main basics how we can build that all stuff. So now if we want to go to the about us section, okay, so we have created the header tag here. Okay, hey, I'm Omkar, about us, contact us, login and home. But you have to create some spaces, some containers again after the header. So after the header, I will create one div, that is, I will name this div, that is class container. Okay, class container. I will save this. And what we are going to build here is, we are going to build here the heading. Okay, I will build here is a full stack div. Okay, so this one is will be our heading, and I will be putting in the header tag. This is the heading. Okay, so class container a full stack dev, it's showing here. And what I will be doing here is I will be creating one button. So for creating buttons, you use the button tag. So I will be creating the button, and in front of this, in this, I will put the text, that is click me. Okay, click me. So you can see here a full stack dev, and the button is in front of us. But I don't want it in this section. Okay, so I want it in the center. So how to do that? So for that, I will choose this class container, and we will style this now. Okay, so again we will go here, we will paste this class And what we will do here is we will give the container class we have given already. Okay, we will style this. So how you will style? You can use the flex property here to center it, because if we click here the display flex, okay, if we create the display flex, then it will go like this. But I don't want like this. I want this in the column, so I will giving the flex direction column. Okay, so you can see here these components are in the column, but click me button is expanded very more because we have given the flex properties. So we will fix that one. That is, we will give one class to the button, that is btn. Okay, so we will design this button too. I will be setting the width of the button, that is auto. Okay, so it's not making any sense that I will be giving some pixels width to the button. You can see here the button is very minimized, but we can give this width uh, anything, that is I will give the 60 pixel. Okay, so you can see here, but I will give here 1 minute 100 pixel right now. Yeah, so in front of us it's like quite looking better, but I want this stuff in the center. So what I will do is I will be using the flex property. So I will be using the justify content property, justify content center property. So what it will do is I will show you here the justify content and align items center. So you can see here our content is at the center. Okay, and if you want the content to be in the center by the flex property, you can use these properties. And I will be giving the padding to this, but first I will be giving the font to this component. Yeah, so here I will be giving the font control S, so it's quite looking better right now. And I will be designing the button right now. Okay, click me. So for the click me, I will be choosing the background color. That is, the background color will be the black, or we will be editing it later, or it will be brown. So you can see here the brown button. Okay, so what we were doing here is border, that is 1 minute. I will be using here is border style none. Okay, so you can see here the bottom is clean. Okay, button is clean, and the shading is not showing here. So I will be giving the button color, that is white. Sorry, white button color I will be giving. You can see here in front of us, and I what I want right now is I want the padding. Okay, so I will add padding to the container, that is 34 pixel. So it will look quite cool. Okay, but it's not looking quite cool. I will give some margin top. So this is the margins role come here. That is, if we give the margin top, okay, margin top 60 pixel, then you will see here the component is moved from here to here, because we are giving the margin as we see on our daily books. That is, the margin is given, so that's like we can give the margin. Okay, so I will be giving more margin to that. That is, I will be giving 140 pixel margin. So the content is here, and I will be giving the button padding. Okay, padding, that is 14 pixel. Okay, so you can see here the padding is given to the button. Okay, but we want padding to this button too. So what I will do here is, in the index.html I will create one parent component for the button, that is div. Okay, div, and I will give here the class, that is parent btn, parent btn. Okay, so for that we have given here the why we have created this parent class, I will show you. So we have to copy this class and paste it here to style it. Okay. So I will add padding here right now. Sorry. Padding I will give here is a 14 pixel. Yeah. So you can see here the padding is added to the button outside the row. And what I will do here is I will some add some font size also here, that is 20 pixel. If you are jumbling with the things, don't worry about that. It's not the one day matter to learn the web development. Okay. So you have to practice by your own self so you can master the things. So you can see here the 180 pixel I have created, but I don't want that much. I will creating 140. Yeah, that's okay for now. And I will be also giving the pointer cursor property to here. That is pointer cursor. Sorry, cursor pointer. Yeah. So what's the problem here? It's not it's here. So we can see here if we hold this button, then you can see here the pointer is now showing in front of us. Then what I want is I want the I want to be increase the size of the full stack dev. Then what I will do is just go to the head. Okay. That is what is the head. I will see that is the full stack. Okay. So in the container that we have the h1. So I will be designing that container, and then we have the h1, and we want the size to be increased. Okay. So I will be giving the font size. I will be increasing the font size to the 70 pixel. Yeah, you can see here. So it will increase the style, sorry, it increase the font size of that font. Okay, so you can see here is the full stack dev, and I will be coloring this also. Yeah, I will give the color, that is okay. I will give the dark blue color for right now. It's not looking cool, but you can adjust the colors by yourself. Just I am showing here you how the functionalities work, how you can style the components. It's not the matter of style. If you have a right sense to design the elements, then you can choose any colors to pick up here. Okay. So that was the part of the HTML and CSS we have learned this, and it's already 11:39. So we will be starting our JavaScript. Okay. So I will be not explaining the JavaScript through the scratch, because JavaScript is another programming language. Okay. So we have built this website. Sorry, we have built this web page, and we can move. It is static right now, but it can be made dynamic. So how we can make it dynamic? That is, we can use JavaScript here. So for that, I will be using only one component, one function of JavaScript on click event. Okay. So I will show how the JavaScript works, and I will be providing the resources to learn the JavaScript at the end of this session. Okay. So what I will be doing here is, if you are using the JavaScript, then you don't need to create the JavaScript file here. Okay. Or you can link the JavaScript file too, but if you are using the JavaScript, then you will be using the tag like this at the bottom. Okay. In the body tag at the bottom, you will be using the type that script. Okay. You will be using the script tag to write the JavaScript in your HTML code. Okay. So for that, you will be using the script tag. And what we are going to see here is we are using the functionality. Okay. A full stack dev. And if one user comes at a, yeah, so we can see here, if one user comes and click this button, then we want to show some text. Okay. So welcome to my website. Yeah, etc. So if user comes and click here, then it will be shown that welcome to my website in this section on the downside. So it is becoming the reactive. Okay, it is becoming the reactive, and the user is reacting with the website. User is using this website to do the things. Yeah, so that is called the dynamic website. We can convert this website to the dynamic, that's way. Yeah. So what we will be using here, the JavaScript, that is the functions. Like if you are learning the C++, Python, Java, then you will be seeing the concept like function. So that's the same, that we are using the function, and only we have another thing new is on click events. So we will be using here the on click events. Okay. So for that, what we will do here is we will be using the on click function. So for that, the on click event. Okay. So for that, what I will do here is on click. I will on click function. Okay, you can see here I have come across the snippet of on click function, and I will be creating one function that is called my function. Okay, so you can name function anything what you want. So I will be creating the function named my function, and my function will be like this. You have to name the function. That is what I am trying to explain is, if user clicks on this button. Okay, user click on this button, then the function will be run. Okay, the function will run what we are naming this function is. So we have to create this function in this JavaScript. Okay, so we have used the on click events in the on the button. Okay, and we are using this my function keyword, my function event. Then we will be creating this function in the JavaScript. So we will be creating the function. Okay, so that is the function. I will be creating the function, that is function my function. Means to name the function, we use the keyword that is function, and my function's name is my function. Okay, and again I will put here the brackets, and again this type of brackets. And what we are using here is, okay, so whenever a user comes and clicks this, the function is triggered. Okay, this function will be triggered, and whatever we are doing in this function, that will be that will be processed. Okay, so what we are creating is, I will be creating one component here, that is the div. Okay, and I will be giving here the id. I will be giving here the id, that is click. Okay, I will be giving here the id click. So how you will use this id. Okay, to print this, that is if user clicks on this function, that uh, hello hello name. Okay, so what we will be doing here is, inside of our function, what we will be doing here is, we will be creating one object, that is document. Okay, so document is one type of thing we will be using in the JavaScript, that is document dot get element by id. And what we have created here id is click. Okay, we have created the id click, and what we are doing here is dot inner html. Okay, so inner html, sorry. So what we are creating here, I will show you. Just don't jumble. Yeah. So one of the thing what I have to do here is inner HTML. Okay. So what is the inner HTML keyword? Okay. So I have put it wrong. I don't have to put it here. I have to put it offside of this. Yeah. So this is the inner HTML tag, and what we are trying to display here is, we are getting that id. Okay, so document is the object in the JavaScript, that we are using this function, that is get element by id. Okay, so what we are using is dot document dot get element by id click. So we are using this id, okay, to get, okay, to get this element. Okay, To get this div element, we are using this id and we have assigned this id. And what we are trying to do here is someone triggered the function, then we have to change the html code in front in this div. Okay, so what we are doing here is inner html, we have to show something. That is, I will show inner html equal to hello guys. Okay, so what I have typed here is uh, hello guys, and I will be closing this by tag. Okay, so you can see here, we will see here the results first. Okay, so you can see here the hello guys, and I will just give some style, inline style to this. Yeah, 1 minute, so you can understand it better. Okay, font size 20 pixel and color is red. Okay, so again, if you click here, you can see here the hello world is typing. I will add some padding to this too. Okay, so padding 20 pixel, and there is one property called font weight. Okay, so if you want to bold anything, then you can use the font weight. That is, I will give the font weight 400. Yeah, you can see here the changes. That is, you can see the hello word in front of us giving, and the font weight is not rendered. What is the problem? So I will give just the important tag. What is the important tag? I will tell you later. Okay, so this in front of us, we have made the dynamic web page that if any user clicks here, we are triggering one function and the hello guys, it's showing in front of us. So what is exactly what we are doing here? I will explain again. Okay, so we are creating one on click event. When user comes on the button and click this button, then we are rendering this function my function. Okay, if user click, that is on click, my function will be triggered and the function will run. Okay, so how function will run? In the function we have written some code, that is document dot get element by id click. So we are getting this id click of this blank component, and in that inner html means what we are doing here is we are putting some html code in that by using javascript. By using javascript, we are putting some text in that. For that we use inner html, and inner html is equal to hello guys. So again, what we can do here is I can type here is change me. Okay, I will without making it blank, I will just put here the text that is changing me. Sorry, change me. 1 minute. So change me. This is the sessions. Okay, yeah. So you can see here in front of us there is the tag change me because we have putted the text here. And if you click here, then it will change the text. Okay. So that is the power of JavaScript, and that by using the JavaScript you can do this all things. Yeah, so that we have learned the backbones of our web development, that is html, css and javascript, how to design the website, how to more make it more dynamic. So this is the only the basic session that we have learned here, but there are many more things to learn in the web development. Okay, so we will be providing the resources, and we have the live sessions too in the upcoming days, paid live sessions that we will be conducting if you want to take that courses too. So that's set for today, and we will be going to forward with our training session. Okay, so anyone have any doubt up to I have what I have done here, so you can ask here in the comment box. Okay, if you don't want to speak by hello Sarthak, is my voice audible? Yeah. So anyone have any one doubt, then you can ask me. Okay. So I don't want this session that is one sided. I already told you. Yeah. It should be yeah. Just you can put your queries. I will wait for 2 minutes. You can put any queries of yourself in the chat box. If you don't have, we will go forward with the project assignments that I will be showing you how the project assignments will be and how you should complete that. Sarthak, can you share the PDF? Yeah, sir, can you share the that code preference? Okay. Preference means what you want exactly, the code or what? Can you tell a little more about that? Can you explain? If you want this code, then I will be putting that code in the WhatsApp group. No problem. I will make it make file of that. Yeah. So you can screenshot this too. Okay, you can screenshot this too. No problem at all. So yeah. So let's begin with our project assignments. And while beginning with our project assignments, I will go to our PPT first. So I want to show something. Okay. So you can see here the GitHub. What is GitHub? Okay, we will see here, because if you are using if you are doing coding, then you must know the GitHub. If you are a developer, then you need to know the GitHub, because GitHub is the key between you and the between the many developers. Okay, you can build your own platforms through GitHub. Yeah. So what is the GitHub? Okay, so GitHub is the version control system. Okay, so let us assume that I'm a one-sided guy. I live in Nanded, and another guy who live in Pune, and we want to work together. We want code together. Okay, so what I will be doing? So what we will be doing? If you are creating one project, then you are sending this file to any other friend, then that will be not the convenient manner. Okay, so why we use GitHub? So it is one-stop destination to store your projects and show your skills and abilities through online platform. Okay, so what we will use, I will go to just my GitHub profile for the reference. Okay, it's not clickable, I think. 1 minute. I will be showing here you the what is the GitHub, how it works. So you can see here my GitHub profile, and if you have the GitHub, you can follow me on the GitHub. You will be seeing here my GitHub profile, my projects, what I have built, and you can see here my contributions. If you do the contributions, your graph will be shown here as it is. Okay, so you have to put your code on GitHub, or if you don't know the GitHub basics, then you can just put your projects on any of the drive files, and you can share the links with the Google Forms that we will be providing next. Okay, so GitHub, why you will use GitHub here is to store the code. Means you can see here the repositories section. Okay, we will go in the repository section first. Okay, so you can see here my expense tracker project and the customer scheduling platforms and etc. Many of this my projects are here. And if I open this customer scheduling platform, that is my React project, then you can see here I have pushed the some comments or this. So likewise, what we can do here is we can work together. Means one of my friends and we have the college rankers organization, that is our organization is in private mode, then you can't see. If I only I can see this organization. So these all peoples are working with me to contribute in college ranker. Yeah, so what we are building here is these all people are remotely working. Means what they are doing is they are creating code, we are creating code. Okay, so they are implementing some things. Means I am creating index page, then one guy is creating the about page, one guy is creating the contact us page. Then what he is doing is he's not giving me the file through the WhatsApp. Okay, he just directly uh, putting that file in this repository. Okay, so all members are working on this that project, and the file they are pushing that code to here and pulling that code from here if any features are built by other. Okay, so this is one stop destination. You can follow on the GitHub, that you can create repositories and you can make your projects live here, and you can showcase your skills to recruiter by sharing this profile. Okay, so it will be more easier to get a job if you are a developer and if you have a great GitHub profile. Okay, so that's the same. You can follow me on GitHub too, and my LinkedIn account is Omkar Bhatpati, that you can see here on the LinkedIn. You can follow me on LinkedIn, that I will be giving the daily updates about the college ranker too. This is my profile. Okay, so you can follow me on LinkedIn too. So that's about the GitHub and the LinkedIn. Yeah. So we will go forward with the projects right now. So what you have to build with the projects. So 1 minute, take a break of 2 minutes. I will be showing the projects. Sarthak, can you put one message on the group, because there are many students for the web development session and only 31 means we are three and 28 is present. Okay, so other will join for the project assignments. Just put one message on the group that we are discussing the project assignments and we are distributing the projects here. Can you confirm me? Yeah, just put it one message, then I will start explaining the projects. Okay, so for you all guys, that we have built we have given 5 projects. Okay, you can see the projects from here. So what we you have to do here in the projects, you don't need to complete the all the 5 projects, and we have given very simple projects. And even if you complete the 50% of the part of the project, then it is also okay. You can submit that project, no problem at all, because if you are a beginner, then you will not be able to build the project 100%. Okay, so if you are building 60-70%, that will be okay, but you have to submit at least project one project. Okay, so there are 5 projects you can refer here. Okay, so how you can submit the project, that here are 5 projects assignment tasks are given, and candidates have to complete any one of the assignment tasks that I have already shown you. Then again, after completing the project, you have to run that project on localhost and make video of it. So after the completing that project, means you are using the web development, sorry, you are creating the web development, then you have to open the live server like this. Okay, so you have to show all these things, that is, you are, if you have built the functionality like this, then you have to click this, you have to click on this, and you have to show all of your website through your Windows recording. Okay, so that recording you have to make. Yeah, and after that, making the recording.
Hello.
Yeah, yes.
Sorry to interrupt. Your screen is not visible. Please kindly share the screen.
Yeah, one minute, 1 minute. Yeah, thank you for guiding me. Now it's visible.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so there are 5 projects that you have to complete any one of this, and after completing the project, okay, so what you have to do is just if you let us assume that you have this project, then open this live server. and you can see your project, and you have to show all this stuff. That is, you have to show all you have built through this recording, and make the recording of it, also the recording of this at the last of the recording, you have to record this stuff too, the code, and put it on your LinkedIn that you have built this project under the College Ranker India for as an assignment of the College Ranker internship. Okay, so you have to put it on the LinkedIn, and you have to share the link. Okay, so copy the link of that LinkedIn post and share with it with a Google form that we will be sharing to you soon. Okay, so that is one task, and another task is many of the guys haven't followed our LinkedIn page, so that is mandatory, and you have to post our the whatever you have got the achievements from us, that you have to post on LinkedIn, and you have to share that link in the spreadsheet. That is the mandatory task one. Task two is share this link. Okay, and go in the Google forms, the you don't have to put your names, you have to put your intern IDs. So make sure that you have collected your intern IDs to spreadsheet. Okay, so copy the link of the LinkedIn post and share it on the our Google form. And also the code that you are building is you have to put on the Google Drive. If you don't know how the GitHub works, or if you know the GitHub works, how GitHub works, then you can push the code to the GitHub and share the GitHub link. Okay, so there are two options to share the code. One is the GitHub link, and second is the Google Drive link. Okay, and please give the access of the Google Drive link, because if you share the private Google Drive link, that will not accessible. So we will be giving you just make it open source. Okay, so that was fine for that, and we will discuss for the project right now. Yeah, so we have given some projects here. That is project one, that is landing page. So this project requires a strong knowledge of HTML, CSS, landing. This landing page means what you can build here is any landing page. Just I have built here the landing page. Okay, I have built here the landing page of my portfolio. That is, you can build any landing page. That is, create columns, margin, align items to the columns, boxes. You can create anything. You can create a business shops website landing page. That is, any shops marketing page, or anything you have an idea. Okay, so that was one that is one project, and you can use HTML, CSS, and quite JavaScript. If you don't know the JavaScript, then you can skip it too. Yeah, so again the project second project is event page. Okay, so what is the event page? This is another easy project that you can experiment with, and it will be involve creating a static page. So it will be not the dynamic. You will not be using the JavaScript in that. So it will like the conference, webinar, or product launch. Means if any webinar is created by you, then you can just use that webinar. Sorry, you can use like our college ranker internship programs website. You can create that. That is the same. Okay, so you can use this all in that project. So project three is personal portfolio page. So you can build your personal portfolio page. You can search for designs. That is, there is one website. There are two websites. Okay, so you can search on Dribble. You will get many UI templates for your personal portfolio. Means you will get the design from there, and you can just watch that design and make conclusion, and you can build by yourself. Okay, you can code that design. You will get the idea how to design the personal portfolio page on the Dribble. And also there are many websites like that. Yeah, again the project 4 is restaurant website. Okay, if you have any restaurant website, means there are many clients that are in US. They require the restaurant website, because 99% of the businesses which starts in the US or many foreign countries, they require their website. Okay, so for that you will be creating the restaurant website that will help to grow the business. Okay, so that point you have to keep in mind, and you can some feature, you can inbuild some features in this. Okay, so restaurant website is our fourth project, and fifth project is music store page. Okay, a music store page is a perfect experiment for music lovers to build this page. So what is the music store page? If you open our Spotify website, okay, Spotify, I will open just a Spotify for you, or I will open the app, okay, because the interfaces are same for both of these. So you can see here the Spotify. So likewise you can build the website like not this type of complex, but you can just design this bar like music player bar. You can take this icon from HTML. There are font awesome library called font awesome. You can use that icons to design this, okay. So you can build this interface too by using HTML CSS, that is called the music player. And if you don't get anything that how to build this project and anything, just Google it on the website, Google it on the Chrome, yeah, just Google it how to build a restaurant website. You will get many more ideas to build the restaurant website, how to center a div, how to design a button, how to border a button, how to give border to button. So there are many ways to learn these things. Just Google it and you can do by it your own, okay. So that is our four project, sorry, fifth project. So that's it for this. These are the five projects that you will be given, and in that five projects, anyone you have to build at least build 50 to 60% of the part of the project, okay. And after that, the evaluation of the project will be shown. If you build the 50 to 60% of the project, you will be given the certificates, no problem at all. If you are doing good, if you are performing in the top 10%, 10% performer, then you will be getting the swags from us through your address, respective addresses. And also you will be given chance to work with us, and also you will be given chance to get a recommendation letter from us, okay. So top 10% performer will be given the goodies from us, College Ranker India. And you have to build the project that's way, okay. So your project evaluation will be based on your front end, your design, how you manipulate your ideas, okay, how you use your own ideas to build the things, how you can design the things, how your mindset in that, okay. So that's the same, that all things matter here. So you have to build any one of the project from this five, yeah. So anyone have any one doubt, then you can ask, okay. If you have any doubt, then you can ask. If you don't want to open the voice, then you can just type here in the chat box. Hello, Sarthak. Yeah. So if we, yeah, anything is remaining. And I will highly recommend that to follow our page. That is, yeah, Sakshi Zavade is asking that after submitting the task, will get certificate of internship. Yeah, you will get the internship certificate, and the deadline is for this batch is 21, and through the 21 you have to complete task. And if you provide the task tomorrow, then you will get the certificate very soon. Means based upon your submission, you will get the certificates. Okay. It is compulsory to complete all projects. No, no, no. You don't have to complete all the projects. You need to complete only one project. Okay. You need to complete any one of the project. No need to complete all the projects. Yeah. And if you are not getting anything, if you are not getting idea to develop the project, then just you can ping us on the group. Our mentor will guide you. Okay. We will arrange another one session for you for special for the projects only. Yeah. If you are getting any problems with project, if you are getting any errors with your codes, then you also message us, or you can ping us on our WhatsApp groups. So our mentors will guide you on that too. Yeah. So as far as you complete the project and you submit the projects, you will be getting the certificates within 1 or 2 days. Okay. So within 24 hours is our yeah, it's our time. But in quite bit situations it will go longer. Okay. Please share the task file assignments on WhatsApp. Yeah, we will be sharing the task file, no problem. We will be sharing the task file and also the Google Forms link. Yeah. Both the links we will be sharing on WhatsApp group. Yeah. Any other doubts? I will highly recommend that you follow our LinkedIn page. I will be posting the LinkedIn because it is the task. Okay, if you did don't do this task like following this page and posting this, then you might see the problem while getting the certificate because we are not working on the certificates. Our team is working on the certificate and they will be evaluating all based kind of all these tasks. Okay, so I have put it the link in the chat box. I will recommend all to follow our LinkedIn page. Yeah, go there and right now follow our LinkedIn page and just click yes, just type here the yes message, done message in the chat box that you have done, or if you have already done, then you can just type here the done message in the chat box. Yeah, and I will highly recommend that we will be sharing one form, that is feedback form for this session, that how we can better ourselves for the next session. If there are any difficulties you find in this session, then you can mention that in the form, but I will highly recommend to fill that form because that is also one of the tasks of our internship. Because yeah, so you have to follow that task too, it's mandatory. Yeah, you have to fill the form. So I will be sharing this form in the meet right now, or we will be sharing this that form feedback form in the group. Yeah, for the all students. So Sarthak, I think all things are done. Hello. Yeah. What resources? Yeah. Okay. So one thing I have I remaining is how to learn the JavaScript. Yeah, roadmap for the JavaScript and all the full stack development. Yeah. So if you want to learn the full stack development, then I will highly recommend go to the W3 schools. Yeah, that is the W3 schools. You can search for W3 schools website and just go to here, and you can learn any of the technologies from here. You can see here the programming languages are there: JavaScript, server side, data analytics, XML, web building, create a website. So you can learn anything from this. So HTML, CSS, Bootstrap. Okay, you can learn all this. Then you can learn JavaScript, or if you want to learn React, then just type React. Just type React W3 school. Yeah, 1 minute, 1 minute. I will show the screen here. And if you are any one of the guy is interested for the live training from us, okay, for this full stack development, then make sure to fill the form. We will be sharing you after the session. Yeah. So you have to go to the W3 school first, W3 schools, and you can see here the website, that is, open this website and just search for anything that is HTML, and you will see the HTML tutorials. Yeah, you can learn the HTML from here. Or if you have learned HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, then you have to learn the React. Then just type here React. You can learn React from here. So all the resources are made easier, and you can learn all the full stack development from here. And some of the resources, that is the paid resources, that is Coursera. On the Coursera, that is React course, that is React the complete guide, that is one named course. Okay, so that course you can use to learn the full stack development. Sorry, the front end development for the React on the on the Udemy. Okay, so that's all for that. You can use anything, and if you have any query, if you want the learning resources, then you can ping us on the WhatsApp group. We will provide one PDF of learning resources too. And whoever is interested in live training for the full stack development, where we will be teaching you the front end as well as the back end in Django. Okay, so for that you can book our sessions too. So we will be sharing one form, that is Google form, in the link after the session. So in that in the queries section, you can ask for the live training session. In that you can put the text that is live, we want the live training session, and that will be the paid. Of course, live training will be paid for the 2 months that we will be training you full stack development, that is front end as well as the back end, and we will make you the industry ready person here. So that's it for today. Yeah. So if you have done follow, if you have followed on the LinkedIn, then you can leave the sessions, yeah, one by one. Whoever is done with the task, you can leave the session.
हेलो सर।
Yeah, yes, yes, hello.
सर मुझे अभी तक ऑफर लेटर नहीं मिला इसका।
ओके ओके ओके, वन मिनट। व्हाट आई विल डू हियर इज, मैं आपको क्या करूंगा कि व्हाट्सएप में एक अभी गूगल फॉर्म शेयर करेंगे ना, तो हम एक
ओके
गूगल फॉर्म अलग से शेयर करेंगे कि जिसको जिसको ऑफर लेटर नहीं मिला है, सो यू कैन पुट योर प्रेफरेंसेस देयर ऑन दैट फॉर्म. ओके,
ओके सर,
and
थैंक यू सर।
what you have to put here is intern ID, okay, not the name.
ओके ओके सर, थैंक यू सर।
Yeah, fine, fine. Yeah. Anyone is remaining any doubt? Okay, great.